assistindo isso, eu já estou morto. Essa propriedade vem com uma inquilina especial. Você é a única coisa entre ela e o mundo exterior.
Iris. A gente não devia estar aqui.
E não pode deixá-la sair do porão.
My first question is for you, Freya. Which one do you think was the most difficult scene to shoot?
Most difficult. Actually, now I think about it, I think the most difficult scene was I think it was edited slightly because it didn't quite work. But there was a scene where there's two Katies basically, and me and Katie have this kind of, well, me and Baghead have this like very angry kind of thing, and I loved it. That was like, I mean, it was hard, but that was like, but I think I understand why it didn't work. But that was like the hardest, but one of the most fun, and I just remember that now actually.
Yeah, it was a pity that we couldn't fully utilize what we shot in the cave because I think it was very intense. What we managed to get in there was really intense.
And Alberto, can you tell me a little bit about your inspirations for this movie?
Well, there are so many. I was always crazy about horror movies since I was a kid. So starting with the first time I watched Alien, it was one of those terrifying experiences because I watched it when I was too young for my own good. Movies like The Exorcist, but also I think visually, I have a lot of influences from Japanese horror movies like The Ring, Ju-On. That is the kind of visuals that I like, and I also like their approach in the process of creating their creatures, their monsters and their nightmares. So I could say that is one of the main influences that I have for the movie.
And Freya, how was to play Baghead at the end of the movie?
Well, I will tell you one thing. That bag really makes your hair static. Like, we had so many takes we couldn't use because my hair was like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was great. I especially love the moment where I'm holding the chair without saying a spoiler. That was great. Yeah.
Power. That was a crazy scene, yes.
And Alberto, why do you think that Baghead is a movie that the people is going to be afraid of?
It's not going to be terrifying for everyone because if we talk about horror film fans, some of them wouldn't see it like a proper horror movie in that extent. I think it's more about this story about grief and to have a character where she can bring dead people, but properly. It's not like a medium, it's bringing these people physically. And I think it's more about the eeriness of the whole thing. I really like magic realism, and I think this is a story that piggybacks a lot into that. Is at the end of the day, you have a witch that can summon the dead in the basement of your pub. So I think it has a lot going on for it.
I think that's really scary, okay? Like, the grief is like the main villain of the movie.
Thank you.
Wow.